On the despairing shores of the Red Sea, the Israelites couldn't see what was at the distance. They had no binoculars that could view Canaan or even the opposite shore. But the Lord gave them a simple plan. Tell the children of Israel to go forward. C.H. Mackintosh believed that the Red Sea did not divide all at once, but opened progressively as Israel moved forward, so that they needed to trust God for each fresh step. Mackintosh wrote, "God never gives us guidance for 2 steps at a time. I must take 1 step, and then I get light for the next. This keeps the heart in abiding dependence upon God." The Lord generally leads His children step by step, provides for us day by day, and cares for us moment by moment. Nehemiah tells us, "The pillar of cloud led them forward day by day." The psalmist says, "Day by day the Lord pours out His steadfast love on me." Christ prayed, "Give us day by day our daily bread." And if our daily bread, then our daily work, our daily plans, our daily opportunities. As a freshman in college, I grew unhappy with the school that I was attending, and I prayed for guidance. I felt I should transfer to Columbia International University, so I did. While there, I had no idea what vocation I'd be entering, but having prayed and sought the counsel of others, I decided to go to graduate school. When an opportunity opened to travel in New England one summer, preaching and speaking at churches and at camps, I went. One night at a camp somewhere in Vermont, I slipped into a canoe, went through the lake, paddled in the moonlight, praying and seeking God's will. That evening, the Lord whispered in my ear that He wanted me to be a pastor. After Katrina and I were married, a dozen churches interviewed us, but no one offered us a position, so I took a temporary job at Sears. By and by, a lovely little church in the country hired us, followed a few years later by a church in suburban Nashville, Tennessee, where I've been for more than 30 years. Whenever I haven't known what to do, I've just tried to do what comes next, to take the next logical step by faith. I've decided that sometimes plodding is better than plotting when it comes to finding God's will.
It is certain that we will face difficulties and that God will allow them. Moses and the Israelites found themselves caught between the devil and the deep Red Sea. So are we sometimes overwhelmed by life's problems. But God delivered the Israelites, and He will deliver us too.
I was facing some difficulties, opened up my Bible, found Exodus chapter 14, and saw some principles there about dealing with difficulties that I'd never seen before.
In the Red Sea Rules, author Robert J. Morgan offers 10 sound strategies for moving from fear to faith, revealing how even in the midst of seemingly impossible situations, God has promised to make a way for us.
The same Lord who led them in, led them out.
We would like to send you a copy of this book as a thank you for your ministry support. Please write to us, order online at crossroads.ca, or call 1-800-265-3100.